We're shedding our masks and breaking down walls. Hell, we may even drop our drawers. That's right. We're going commando with Angela and Dana. Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is Angela DiMarco, and we are going commando. Going Commando is a little show that we put together because we recognize the importance of saying what's on your mind, being who you are, being true to yourself, and bringing that to the world. And we do that. Good, bad, ugly, whatever, poopy stories, falling downstairs, whatever it is. And we're hoping by just sharing so openly and authentically that we give you permission to do the same. So with that said, good morning, Miss Angela.
Good morning, Miss Dana. How you doing today?
I'm good. I feel good today. I feel good.
You look good. You're all sparkly and like your hair's popping. And...
popping like Mickey Ficky. People complain about time change. They complain about spring ahead, fall behind. I love fall behind. I love this time change. I don't care that it gets dark. I love when I wake up in the morning and I think it's 6 o'clock or I think it's 7, whatever time it is, and it's really an hour earlier, and I have an extra, because I'm a morning person. I have an extra hour to do shit. I was out this morning with the raccoons and like the bats and shit. Walking in the dark, time change is the best. So I'm popping.
Yeah, and you know what? It's somebody put it in perspective. Someone on LinkedIn, I think maybe it was Charity something, and she said something about would you prefer dark in the morning, later sunset, or earlier? And I was thinking about it. I'm like, I actually really do prefer lighter in the morning because it helps. Getting Christian on the bus to go to school in the dark would be horrible, it just wouldn't make sense. So I like it.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Nala complained. She's like, it's light out, but I don't even think of it that way. I just know that I'm up. It was dark because it was 5.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. I liked it. It was nice to have the extra hour all day to feel like, yeah.
I think it's about us also just adjusting to whatever it is. Everybody wants to complain about something, but in the spring, when we get an extra hour and it starts to get dark, 7, 8 o'clock at night, oh my God, that's a party. And so then we do that for a season, and that's great. And that's wonderful, And then now it's changed. And now we have the lighter in the morning, the darker. Okay, let's adjust to that and find and enjoy that.
Exactly.
Or we can bitch about it. Whatever.
Exactly. All right. So everybody, thank you for tuning in, listening, watching, all that good stuff. We are in the season for gratitude, and we are discussing the concepts in Dana's book, Beyond the 10, Decoding the Woo-Woo, with beautiful third eye on the cover. This book is so important because there are a lot of people who are starting to come out of their own woodwork, right? About having spiritual experiences, what is manifestation, like finding your purpose, things that are like causing people to question their current reality. And when you question your current reality, either you're considered woo-woo and off the charts or whatever, or
conspiracy theorist,
whatever it might be. But really, it's just all of these things, all these woo-woo concepts, these things, they're all just names of something that are identified as one thing, but they all exist. And there's different levels of how it exists in your life. And so Dana takes these words that sound out there, esoteric, witchy, whatever it might be, and shows how it's practical, and shows how it's used in throughout time, through all the ages. And so it's really, really fun to kind of dig through these concepts. The book changed my life. Beyond that, Dana also shares incredible stories of her own growth and trajectory, her relationship with her husband, the story is Robbie. But, we all go through it. I'm going through it. I'm going through a divorce, and openly going through it. And we all go through these experiences, and instead of going through, it's actually growing through. But Dana shares where she broke up with him for 4 hours and went to Walmart or Costco, wherever he went.
I went to the gallery. I was like, I'm sleeping here. But then I was like, there's too many spirits here. I have to go home now.
and now they're, you just fall in love with Rob as she refalls in love with him too. It's just so beyond the woo-woo stuff, there's also her personal experiences with all of this. So here we are. So what are we talking about this week, Dean?
You just got me thinking about Rob. Yeah, you're right. Everything that you said about it being the woo-woo experiences, but I didn't even realize when I was writing it until I went back and read it that it really was like this love story
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened. Oh,
Oh.
my spoopy. Okay. I don't know how that happens. Oh my God. Okay. Side note, because there'll be a billion of them today, because I'm on fire. We were watching like Friends clips last night, like Rob throws on YouTube at night, like when we're like kind of like reconvening, we're all getting together, before bedtime. And we're watching all these clips. And there was a clip, I think it was the one when Monica. No. It was the one when Rachel, with the very, very end, when Ross was like going, Rachel, and when she was trying to get off the plane, don't hang up. And he's like, did you make it off the plane? And then she comes in and she's like, I got off the plane. And then they got together and I got so emotional. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I had to leave the room because I couldn't take the ribbing. Like I knew if I didn't walk out and go cry in Rob's I knew like it was bad. Like it was like seriously, I've become so sensitive. It's crazy. Okay. All right. So what are we talking about today, Dane? Okay. So we're talking about, this is so important. And on my walk this morning, I was like, there's so many ways to dissect this. So we're talking about manifestation.
Ooh.
Manifestation. Where's my stuff?
Where's my shit?
So classy. And it's so important. So if it's okay with you, Angela, I was like, how do we even approach this? I want to open with like a woo-woo. Like I want to go esoteric with it, and then I want to bring it to the practicality, if that's okay. So I'm going to start
as long as I can put it on a vision board. Are we good?
Such a dick. Where's my stuff? Oh, okay. I see what I got here. Okay, Monday morning.
Just wait, before you get into everything, I must apologize to everybody. Before this episode this morning, I had like a awareness thing that I haven't even had a chance to work through. So it's like right here. So I'm kind of a dick today. That's my energy. Like until I work through it, that's how I roll until I, so I become a dick. Yeah. So I apologize.
She's like, can we talk about it after? I'm like, okay.
I know. So I promise I'll be on my best behavior.
Okay. I see you've proven to come out of the gate like that. Okay. So let's talk about manifestation. You hear the word get thrown around a lot. And what burns my ass, you're not the only one being a dick. What burns my ass about it is that manifestation is not magic. It's not like this, manifestation. It just means to take a thought and to bring it to reality. You are creating your reality. That's all it is. I'm going to manifest a sandwich. I'm going to manifest a cell phone. No, you are going to make a sandwich. You are going to buy a cell phone. Okay. So let me just pull it back together. So manifestation.
I'm like, when are we getting witchy here?
So manifestation is about creating. And when we really think about it, we are all creative beings, all of us. It doesn't matter what you believe. God, Hashem, source, the universe. Most people believe we come from a creator. We are extension. This is now I'm adding my part. We are extensions of that creator. So when we are in alignment with that creator, that creative force, however you want to refer to it, then we are at our greatest creative ability. Make sense?
Yep.
Being creative, creating something is not just about, painting something or singing a song. You are creating your existence. If you are not paying attention, you are creating an existence that you may not care for. You are mindful. You are more likely to create an existence that suits you, that serves you, that you appreciate. Makes sense so far?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. So now, if we are truly all creative beings, how do we do that? How do we manifest? How do we get our stuff, right? But what we got to do, or we got to realize is the only things that we could create are what we are. So if we are not at a high frequency, I don't even know if I want to, fuck it. If we're not vibrating at a high frequency, then we are not going to be in alignment with things that are of a high frequency, things that we want. Well, what does that mean?
basically, if you want, name something you want, Angela, or what most people want.
Money.
People want money, right? People want cool stuff, right? I want a nice car. People want nice, fun, great relationships. People want cool experiences. People want stuff. So the avid spiritualist will say, well, if you want that, you have to be that. You have to feel that. You have to align with that, right? But really, what does that mean? And all that means is if you want money, what do you really want? Because money is a freaking piece of paper. That's all it is.
Right.
What does that money bring? What does the money bring, Angela?
Freedom. The way I look at money, just to do it's like apples, right? Like we need apples to live. We need food. And you need cash. Like, so if we just take cash as like a thing, it's like we need air, we need water, we need cash, it's just to be a human being. These are the things that we need.
Yes.
So the attachment to what that is what you're talking about. Like what I covet money, and money is all I'm going for. I'm doing a job just for the money. I'm saving just so I have the money. So I have the money. That's what you're aligning with, is that energy. But if you're looking at it like, I just want freedom to be able to, live my life the way I want to live it. And whatever that looks like, whatever means it takes for that, whatever food is in my fridge, whatever cash is in my bank, I want that abundance and that freedom. So it's a matter of how you phrase it. And that's what you are, right?
It's totally where I'm going. So thank you. So let's go back to the freedom now. So I want this money because it gives me
freedom. I won't let you down. I will not give you up. Sorry, it's a tick.
And it's a good one too. It's a good one too. Go, get it. I'd sing too, but
I would really, really love.
Okay.
Stick around. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what I was talking about. I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
Okay, so you want the freedom, right? What are we, like 10 minutes in off the freaking rails?
Sorry.
We good?
I can't stop. It's just playing in the back of my head. Go ahead.
So you want the freedom. So we're going to do what we could do to get the money that gets us to freedom. But think about all the things that we're doing that are making us slaves and doing the exact opposite of that. So if you're doing these things, you're really not getting what you want. Right. So when you think about the things that you want, it's not like you can manufacture a feeling. I'm going to feel freedom all the time. I'm going to feel freedom so then I can have money and that'll make me. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
The way it works is, like attracts like, law of attraction, all of that. You have to be in order to get. So if you are that, whatever it is you want in the smallest way, everything expands the more you are of that, right? Mm-hmm. So if I want a healthy, happy relationship that is filled with love and respect and appreciation and all of the things that make a healthy relationship, then not only do I have to have that kind of relationship with myself, which is really hard to do. We fuck that one up all the time, right? Right? You know what I mean? You're like,
spend a lot of time unfucking that one.
Oh, right. But think about it. I think about the way I talk to my children, the way I raise my children with love and support. And then in my head, the way I talk to myself. I would never talk to my kid that way.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So we have to be aware of this love and respect and appreciation and all of those things that we want for ourselves and in our immediate sphere of influence. You can't be a dick and then expect to attract a decent person. You just can't.
Right.
So if you want this wonderful human being to be in this wonderful, healthy relationship, then you need to be that wonderful human being and create that kind of relationship with yourself. And then again, your immediate sphere of influence. Yeah. So I've just said a lot of stuff, but really, if people could understand, we are creators of our reality, whether we're intentionally doing it or not. Mm-hmm. So if your life, look around, if your life is shit, it's time to take some responsibility. You created that with your beliefs, your patterns, and your actions. And you have the same ability to turn it around and create otherwise. So firstly, you're the creator of your reality. Secondly, you can't just fake. It's like toxic positivity. You can't just fake a feeling. I feel freedom. No, you don't. Just because you sang the song doesn't mean you feel it. What can you do in this moment in your immediate existence to feel more free, to think in that way, and then to work towards that next thing?
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes. It's kind of like the weather. The weather
happens.
Just
like it.
No, the weather happens just like you are constantly creating. You are constantly creating. There is no, it doesn't have to be, it's not a conscious thing. We're saying that if you are unhappy, thank you. If you are unhappy with your current circumstances, you have the just all you have to do is put it into your awareness, but you are constantly subconsciously creating every minute of every single day. You're creating your world, and you can change your trajectory at any point in time. When they say you can go outside and start your day over, that was a big AA thing. You can start your day over anytime. Okay, I'm starting over today. Right now, I'm really pissed off. Oh, I got that out of my system. I'm gonna go put sun on my face for a minute, and I'm gonna start my day over. You can reset. So just like the weather happens, the rain falls from the clouds. You can't stop it. It's just the way it is. Yeah. So if you, what's worked for me is that I sit here and I think about exactly what I want. Right. I remember when I was my job. Okay. So before all of this, Dave, I used to work, I had my own agency called Thirsty Creative Group. And then it was more like a glorified freelance thing. And then I worked for this guy who retired while I was working with him. So he was down to a couple days a week. It just wasn't enough income or whatever. And Dave and I were together and we wanted to have a baby, and it started to have to be, we had to bring in some science. So I needed some good health insurance and stuff. And I remember thinking, okay, what kind of job? I'll go get a job, right? But what kind of job do I want? And I literally thought about what it would feel like, because I come from advertising. So it was getting in at 9 a.m., not coming home till 8, 9, 10 p.m. randomly, just working your ass off. And I did not want that. That's what my career is, right? So I was like, I want to go in-house somewhere, working for a company and become their marketing person. I want to do marketing strategy as well as the creative stuff, because I'm pretty good at that, and it's exciting. I want to work at a place where I leave work, which was so foreign to me, as a creative person, you're always thinking about the projects, but I would always be checking emails or working on things at night, unbillable time. I want a job that I can go in and go out, and that's it. And it's good hours, and it's close to home, and it pays me good money, and it's got good health insurance. I did the whole thing. And then I went on the job boards every day, and everybody who's looking for a job knows that this is a full-time job in and of itself. I had a headhunter. They weren't doing shit. Every day I was rewriting cover letters, tweaking resumes. I
know what you were doing. I know you.
Oh yeah, you know. And then one day, and I was considering, okay, I can drive there. That seems to have it, whatever. And nothing was biting. And I was like, what the hell? And it was so frustrating. But I still carried what I want, exactly what I want. Mm-hmm. Up pops this job for Visiontron. That's where I used to work. And it's a manufacturing company. They make these things called stanchions, which now I know way too much about. But it was it checked every single box and then some. And then some, because what happened was I was their first marketing director. I worked with the president, who was the owner, and his two sons. And then it was me and a couple other directors. So I had real access to make change and to be a part of what we were doing. Yeah. And he would be don't bring work home. He yelled at me if I thought about work. Don't check your emails. And it was we were done at 4:30. I could pick, it just all worked out so perfectly. And I remember in the interview process, Brian was like, damn, I just put this job resume out, I just put the description out, and here you are. I didn't even get a chance to play the field. And I was like, sorry. But it was because I was doing the work. I was taking the steps, and I kept focused on what I wanted. And it was hard to hold on to faith, but I didn't take anything that didn't fit those boxes, so that's manifesting.
There are two parts to manifesting. That is a really, really important part. You decide what you want. You don't force it, but you take the steps what it is to get there. It's not just magically going to appear. But
Right.
you always hear me say how when the energy belies your intent, you're not getting anywhere, right? So I could say all I want this, this, and this. But if there's something about me that I don't even realize, I have a belief that I carry that thinks I don't deserve that or that something else would be better for me, I'm never going to have that. So here's your part that you just talked about, how you checked all the boxes, you did all the things, and you got what you wanted. As you were talking, I had a realization that I kind of realized, but I realized it with more clarity in this moment. When I was about 29 or 30, I taught special ed for my first, 8-9 years of teaching or whatever it was. And then I got a job as a learning specialist in New Jersey. I moved to New Jersey for 2 years. And then when I decided I didn't want to be in New Jersey anymore, I was able to get a job in South Florida, also as a learning specialist, which quickly turned into director of student development. And we know the rest is history. When I got the job in New Jersey for 2 years, I was the first person to have that role. They created that role. They hired me. When I moved down to Florida, the same exact thing. The school was only like 3 years old. They hired me. I was the first person to do that job. And I was combined, we're talking about 18 years of my career that I was in two positions that I created, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm realizing is because of the nature of who I am and how I do things, I don't take direction well. I don't follow somebody else's lead well. I don't do research. I'm just like a maverick. Like I want something and I go and do it.
Yeah.
My energy has always been that way. That I've created, like I'm like, again, I don't sound like an asshole, but a bit of a trailblazer. Like it's just the nature of who I am.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether I'm realizing it or not, that is what my energy holds. So I wound up aligning with two jobs that both required me to blaze the trail.
Yes.
I wasn't looking for them, like that kind of job. But when I look back, thank God, because if I had to answer to somebody, that would have been a shit show.
I know.
You know what I mean?
know.
And almost like 18 years of my career, because the first part of my career, when I was following directions, when I was supposed to follow directions, I was always in trouble. You know what I mean? So it's just an interesting thing. It's not just about doing the things that's so important.
Yeah.
It's not just about having the energy based on what your beliefs are, what your patterns are, what really is in there.
Yeah.
It's about marrying the two. If you are doing what Angela's saying and you're crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's and you're still not getting what you want, right? You're doing all the things. Why can't I meet a decent guy? Then you got to look and say, okay, what is my energy saying? My mouth sounds are saying this. My actions are saying this. But what is my energy saying? And if they're not all three working together, you're not going to get what you want, or at least not as quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you're going to get a version of it that you justify. Right. Which is kind of where this is part of my realization.
I got you.
So there's, because then you go, oh yeah, this looks like it checks all the boxes. Sweet. But at the end of the day, even if something is not exactly what you want, but it's a version of what you think you want, think you want, right? Because you don't really know yet, right? Like to be loved, to feel safe, to feel supported. These are the things that we don't necessarily think of the forefront when we're thinking about what we want. But whatever situation you are put in is a chance to learn. So it's all good. It's all for your greater good. So if you get that job that seems like it's going to be amazing, but then 3 months in, you're like, what did I sign up for? There's a lesson to be learned there for you, for your growth. So that's also never look at whatever is coming your way, you're manifesting it because you need to learn that lesson.
Yes. And I'm so glad you brought this up because I wanted to talk about density for a minute.
Okay.
So for those of us who believe again, what?
Was that like an 80s term? Like, you're so dense.
Oh yeah. I didn't know there was 80s. I thought you just said that, but I guess
I don't think I've said it in like a cheddar, but like you're so dense. Your malfunction. Sorry.
Okay, you're back. Freedom. Okay.
Faith in
So
yourself. It's one good thing that I've
Time
got.
out.
I won't let you down.
That's
Sorry,
the best
you
part. That's the best part,
started
by the way. That's the best
I
part. The
would
one thing
really,
that
really
got.
love. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we're back, folks. Okay. So for those of us
Second.
who believe that we are spirits, we are souls, and we are here and having this human experience and believe that we exist outside of here, we are in a very dense plane of existence. And there are other planes of existence, however you want to look at it, heaven, whatever it is, that are much higher frequency. They're much lighter, right? So if I wanted to manifest something in a higher frequency, in a different plane of existence, it could be immediate.
Mm-hmm.
You think it and you create it because you don't have the density to get there. Because Earth is such a dense planet, because we because it's dense, you have to wade through to get what you want. Things aren't immediate, right? Now let's talk about the density of our emotions for a second. If my emotions, and we've talked about this a billion times, they're on a range of love and fear, love being all the way on one end and fear being all the way on the other, and all the emotions are on a spectrum in there. All of the denser emotions fall near fear, right? Anger, irritation, frustration, worry, regret, guilt, whatever. You catch my drift.
Yep.
If we are hanging out in those range of emotions, the density in those emotions, it's going to take us longer to manifest what we want. Now, I'm not saying go hit the toxic positivity and fake like everything's okay. Yeah. I'm saying the quicker you work through these emotions and realize what's causing them and catch yourself further along the spectrum, closer to love on the regular, like your baseline, you're going to manifest quicker because it's not as dense.
Yes.
The more dense your reality is, the longer it takes for you to manifest what you want. So to your point, Angela, if you want something or you think you want something, right, and you get it, and then you're there for a little while and you're like, oh, this no longer resonates with me, or it's not everything I wanted, or whatever it is, there's something to learn. There's a density that you and yourself need to work through. And when you work through that density, again, it could be insecurity, it could be disempowerment, it could whatever. And you work through those things, bringing you further up on the spectrum, closer to love, then you're going to manifest what you want quicker. So maybe you have to go to another level, and you go to that next level and you manifest something and you grow out of it. And you're like, okay, you're going to get to a point, talking to everybody, but you're going to get to a point that maybe you need to walk yourself up to the spectrum to get the higher baseline. But when you're in a pretty high baseline, when you're hanging out in like the love field most of the time, it becomes, maybe not because we're on Earth, maybe not the instant manifestation, but things come a lot quicker. Hey, I think I need there it is. And it's
Yeah.
mind blowing. And then when you feel stuck or where you feel resistance, you realize that there's something going on with me that has me a little bit further down in the spectrum. But if my baseline is higher, I just settle it and bring it back. Yes. Did that make sense?
It totally does. It totally does. And just so that people aren't like, oh my God, my life sucks, I won't be able to manifest anything.
You manifest everything.
You can manifest everything. But the whole point of this journey, I believe, is like, this experience that we have is to take that density in our lives, take those experiences that keep us held down and transmute them so that they become lighter. And
Yes.
that's our life experience. That's why we are here. So you have put yourself into situations to be able to work through the density. You've been in relationships to work through that density, to get to that point. And then, yes, you could be sailing on, my knees are all tingly. Ooh. Freedom. I will let you down. Oh my God. Okay. Stop. It's really hard. I love you, George Michael. Totally what you said. Okay. So anyway, if you have if you're going through an experience, if you're in a relationship that's really hard and you're like, God, I would just feel better if I was over here. Like sometimes we say like something, I don't want to look at this right now, so I'm just going to focus on getting a new job. But until you look at this and until you deal with this over here, this isn't going to go anywhere because you're not ready for it. You're not ready for that level. when Dave and I got together, I was in a previous relationship that was really heavy. I got sober with the guy, so you can only imagine, the where we were at. And there was like an 8-month window that I lived by myself at Long Beach, and I found myself. It was like I finally found myself in who I was. And because I was at that level, now I had met Dave 2 years prior to that, but I called him like right at that summer. So I was living and I just felt in the right. I'm like, hey, you want to still jam? And then, the rest is history. But when I met
Jam
him,
is what you were calling it, right? Hey, you want to jam?
well, that's how it started, like, hey, you want to
Just
jam?
to be clear, she's talking about music. I'm just throwing that out there.
And then it led to jam sessions.
But you like to jam.
Love language, right? But I had met him, at a gig. I was a one night stay. I was a one hit wonder rock star for 5 minutes, and he came to the gig. And then 2 years later, I reached out to him, but I wasn't ready for that level of that relationship. I had to get through all that stuff with the other guy and learn and grow and then find myself and find my power. And now, Jesus Christmas, like, what's going to happen next? Oh my God.
Oh my God. You don't even know. You don't even know.
But it makes going through this divorce, I understand it on a level that I wouldn't have in my previous experiences, because I know that I no longer align. There's something waiting for me. Everything that I want is waiting for me right over there, but I have to align with it. So.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And you so get it. Like I see each level of you getting it, and it's really, really something. And, I do think that we should wrap this up, and I'm not going to get into a whole story, but I want to point out that I did a decade of just going from, jerk to jerk to jerk to jerk. And at least through my perspective, that's what they were. They were really mirrors for me into my soul. And the moment I forgave my father after a 25-year estrangement, it was almost immediate, because the density, right? It was much lighter. Yeah. Rob, my freaking schmoopy, oh my God, stepped into the picture. Like it was really almost immediately.
Yeah.
And it's really something. So I think the big takeaway, to wrap this up, the big takeaway is it's not just you make a decision, you put it on your vision board, and it's where's my stuff. It's really understanding that you're aligning with whatever you're manifesting, whatever you're in alignment with. And if you're not liking what you're manifesting, then you need to realign yourself, and then you will align with what you want. Sometimes it's immediate, and sometimes it's step by step by step. But if you're doing the work, you're always making progress in the right direction.
Yes. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Out of the mouths of the brilliant Angela DiMarco, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I won't let you down, will not give you up. Have some faith in myself. One good thing. Okay. Okay, everybody. So yeah, we'll wrap this up before we I don't know, bother you anymore. So clearly, as I ask you now, after we've jammed musically on Freedom from George Michael, we do ask that you help us get the word out and share and spread, because we're idiots. But the wisdom that Dana carries, and how she can bring this to such an understandable level and so relatable and so practical. All of this, just like how to be a human, like that's like really what this is. And by us sharing our stories, we do hope that you feel comfortable to share yours. And you don't have to do it on a public stage, but you can reach out to somebody that you trust, or find somebody that you can talk to. So please like, share, follow, notify, smash that bell, and do all the things that I don't know. I'm sorry. I've been watching so many YouTube videos with Christian, like with Minecraft. Smash that bell, like, subscribe. But these kids have like 5 million subscribers. Like, what the hell? Maybe we should just start doing some Minecraft or some stupid fart jokes.
I tell Rob all the time, I'm like, these friggin' people are farting in a cup, and they're going viral. But whatever, that's not, we're going to manifest what we need by might be what we need.
Yeah, we're not looking to go viral here. We're just looking to really help people
Yeah.
by,
Yep.
helping for the sake of humanity. So Dana's book link, Beyond the 10, Decoding the Woo Woo, is going to be in the comments. You can get it on Amazon. It's amazing.
Yeah, man, it's
it
really great.
is so good.
10 Recs, awesome. I loved it. Like a little, like a little Bible, little textbook. But Woo Woo is special. It's special.
It really is. I mean, you got to read it just for the schmoopy story. I mean, you're all gonna fall in love with Rob. Rob's gonna be like, "What are these fucking people doing here? Why?"
And he's such a jerk off.
He's such a jerk. He's so
by
sweet.
the way, and it's like 35 minutes in, but we're bringing dildo back. Rob and I, we're bringing dildo. We started calling people dildos yesterday, and I was like, we don't say dildo enough. So yesterday, like everybody was a dildo. So Rob's a bit of a dildo. So
did you say this in front of the girls? Are they like, what's a dildo?
No, but Rob, who was very, very conservative, like, we could even say dildo in front of the girls because that's like a word. I'm like, yeah, and you want to explain to them what it is? And he was like, no, but people say it all the time. So,
do you know dildo in Italian?
No.
Find out. That's a good one. Yes, I gotta know.
Come si chiama dildo. Okay.
Okay, everybody. With that.
Oh my God. Maybe we should edit this. Should we edit it? No, fuck that.
Yeah. No. Fuck that. No. All right. We love you. Bye. Don't be a dildo.
Everyone has a story. I have a story. You have a story. We all have a story. As I see it, you have 3 choices. Allow your story to define you, use it to excuse you, or utilize it as a method to empower you. It's your life. You have the power. You choose. Rewrite your story on finduniquelyyou.com.